Old podcast with Alex Rogers. How's it going, man?
Going good, man. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, dude, I appreciate you taking your time to come out here, and it's cool to have. You're based on the East Coast, right?
I'm actually on the Panhandle of Florida, so
Oh,
like
really?
I'm a little strip of Florida that's Central Time,
Okay.
like the most northwestern part of Florida. So a little weird, just right under Alabama.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
I thought you were from Carolina, or is that just
I'm originally
originally?
from originally from South Carolina. Yeah, yeah,
Cool. So we'll definitely have some similarities and things. It's just
yeah.
yeah, it's just interesting because not a lot of people I talk to on the podcast have been out on the East Coast.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so it'd be it's weird how it doesn't matter, but it's still like kind of cool, you know, just like
Oh,
the
yeah,
little
totally.
Eastern isms. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm not even aware of them. I've been this side of the country my whole life, basically,
yeah,
living wise. So
yeah. It's like Bill Corbin. He
yeah.
is from New Jersey and he lives in Texas now. And I was just talking like you were like, where's all the good hoagies and sandwiches and stuff? He's like, dude. He's like, no, don't even go
You're not
looking.
gonna find it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, and then you find out
yeah,
like the Italian good Italian food is hard to find at some places and everything, and
yeah,
but the Mexican food down there is phenomenal.
yeah. You win some, you lose some, basically.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like the biggest thing for me, like when the first time I went to Nashville and they asked me if I wanted to catch up for my fries, and I was like, "Now you got any Old Bay?" And they were just like, "What's Old Bay?" And I was like,
Oh,
"It's
Jesus.
it's seasoning. You put on crab, like they call them crab fries, and they're like crab fries.
Oh, whoa.
They're like, we got ketchup. I'm like, oh, okay, but it's
Take it or leave it.
yeah, but yeah, like, dude, I gotta say, it's gonna sound weird at first, but if we were in a band together, I don't think I would last one show because your voice is like Red Clay Strays, Taylor Honeycutt, Tanner Ustry, Colton Moore. It has that soul, and I don't think I would be able to contain myself playing guitar. Like
Well, I appreciate
I
that
would just want
a
to
lot.
just shred
Yeah,
all over the
that's high
place.
praise.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I leave space for that too.
Oh,
I like
really?
some shredding. Yeah.
Oh, 'cause
Yeah.
you just hear you singing. It's like, man, I just want to. like,
I know. I look for the blues like Dwayne Allman players as often as I can find them.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
oh man, your voice is so fitting for that.
Yeah, I
It's
appreciate it. That's all I knew as a kid. Basically, was the Allman Brothers. Any like Southern rock, Stevie Ray Vaughan. Not that he's Southern rock necessarily, but just straight down the middle players from a guitar standpoint. So
yeah,
I
dude,
don't know. It's ingrained.
yeah. I never did a deep dive on the Allman Brothers. I know like Midnight Rider and a bunch of other songs because I was watching them Dirty Roses and I was like, man, this song rocks. I was like, what is this, their new single? Here it was Whipping Post.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, oh, I felt it, people were like, that's an Allman Brothers song, right? I'm like, oh, yeah, yeah. No.
Yeah, that I feel like that happens a lot, honestly. Like people know the songs but aren't positive like who it was back in that era. But
Yeah,
yeah, they were insane. Greg Allman was just like the first like I don't know, like the first voice I can remember hearing, and he's just like got so much soul and pain and stuff like that. So I don't know. I just connected with it immediately.
yeah. Now, like,
Yeah.
would that be like your biggest influence on or
Uh,
a part of how your voice
maybe,
developed?
maybe, yeah, like subconsciously anyway. Um, yeah, I just kind of have always naturally just gone like more soul in terms of like, I don't know if you want to call it like belting or what, but definitely like melody wise, I find the the riffs they come naturally to me from like a blues perspective more so than like you hear other people doing. I guess,
Yeah.
from like a more commercial standpoint.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess so. I didn't really sit down and think about like, I want to sound like Greg Allman, but it just came out one day.
Yeah. Yeah. It's weird how that happens, you know,
Yeah,
how you just develop your voice, and then one day like it clicks and it's like, yeah, this is me. I always found that to be interesting because obviously, every musician does it. You kind of find you kind of mimic things. You
for
try
sure.
to sound like what you like, and then you go down that road and you find yourself, and
Totally. Yeah, you
it's
get to a point like where you can't do it any other way.
yeah,
Like if you wanted to.
yeah.
Which I say is a good thing. You don't want to be too much of a, you know, fit where you want to fit at all points. Like I feel like you should just naturally do what you do and, work around all the other stuff.
Yeah.
But there are certainly singers out there that can kind of fall into anything. But yeah, I don't know. It's definitely ingrained because, like I said, I couldn't do things differently if I tried from a just like a singing, like more of like a freestyle situation. If I were to like start ad libbing, it would come out more soul than anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you definitely have a ton of that.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. Dude, and also your songwriting skills are, man, very impressive because your song Highway 9,
yeah, thank you.
It's very hard to have a song where you have a great perspective of empathy and the accusation, and like you can tell like you care. It's not like a rattle them and rise them up kind of song. It's
yeah, that is so that I'll just tell you quickly a little bit about it. That incident is a true event. And it happened in my town, my hometown in South Carolina, which is like 2,000 people, maybe, super small. And that's really the first thing, at least like in my memory, that has kind of garnered some national attention, just because of how just wild the whole thing became with the police cover up and just the kind of like egregious nature of the whole situation.
yeah.
And I didn't know either of anybody involved at all, which is really hard to believe, honestly, the more I think about it, just knowing how small the town is. And like, you feel like you know everybody. Obviously times have changed since I've moved away and stuff like that. But yeah, it just hit me harder than most news stories would, because, I quickly realized that could have been like 1,000 people that I know very personally and care about. So, yeah, it just hit me harder than, like I said, like you read those headlines, unfortunately, all the time, like something of that nature happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, that song, like, I don't know, it's one of those that more or less like wrote itself, and I just happened to be, in some way affiliated, at least with the location and stuff like that. So, yeah, I definitely, yeah, it's taken on a new life for sure. And it's, justice per se has not been served as of yet. So it was kind of like, I couldn't not write it and share it, with the hope that, it would at least gain some more attention and awareness to what's happening and what happened. So,
yeah. And the listener, yeah, I'm trying to think like the point of where I knew like this definitely happened in real life, because you're listening to the song and you're like, the music's good and your vocals are crushing it, and then you just really start listening. You're like, oh, this song, there's something to this song. There's substance, and
yeah, I appreciate it.
It's, I mean, a lot of times when I listen to songs like that, when like it has cool music, and sometimes I'll miss the lyrics, which
Sure.
I was kind of like, man, I'm glad I'm glad I didn't have, just listen to it and be like, man, his voice. And like I'll totally miss the
Oh,
lyrical
totally.
content.
Everyone is guilty of that for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, at one point or another.
Yeah. But has anybody from Scott's family reached out to you or heard the song?
Yeah, yeah, totally. His sister, his mom,
Oh, wow.
his brother-in-law. Um, yeah, they've been hugely supportive of it, which I was happy about. I wanted to make his sister at minimum aware of it before I put it out there, just in case, like I don't know. They're still fighting like day in and day out for some awareness and justice and just some exposure and acknowledgement, more or less.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I didn't want to put something out there about her family without her being aware of it, just in case she didn't want to continue thinking about it and rehashing it. But
Yeah.
yeah, they've been totally supportive, and yeah, I've spoken to her a few times about it. So
Wow. That's cool.
yeah,
It's
it was huge because I just straight up wouldn't have released it if she wasn't behind it. I just don't think I could have. Just the personal nature and the fact that it's still hanging out there. I don't think I would have felt great about that. So I'm glad. I'm glad it all worked out.
yeah. So
Yeah.
when you first heard the story, and obviously you had your reaction to it, how fast did this song become a completion of where you just sat down and just wrote out your thoughts about it?
Well, so it's interesting because the actual incident happened. This is even a stranger coincidence that I did not realize, but 2 years ago, like almost to the day, is when I released the song that the incident happened. Um, so when it happened, it wasn't really in the news or anything, and obviously I don't live there anymore, so
Yeah.
I didn't really hear about it until you know probably last year at some point because his sister filed another lawsuit against um, the guy. So anyway, all this information started coming out. There's been podcasts about it, things like that. So that's when I kind of dove in. But yeah, the first episode of that podcast that I listened to, I mean, I had to have written it fast. I don't really remember, to be honest, but I know I recorded just a work tape that moment, which is what I kind of initially shared that on Instagram and Facebook and things like that. But no, it was minutes for sure. Like just because it all, like the 9 miles down Highway 9 is like a fact, and the fact that kind of rolled off the tongue immediately, I was like, that's the chorus, and then the verses just came very fast. So, like I said, it was one of those kind of freak ones that more or less writes itself, and I was just there to catch it.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it's, man, like once you find out about the story, it's really weird. Like you say, like, oh, it's a great song, and then but it has so much tragedy to it too, and it's always been weird to me when a song is about something as tragic as that, and you say, man, that's fantastic, it's great, which is
Yeah.
it's weird to put that kind of positivity on a situation like that.
Totally. And yeah, that's me and the band I recorded it with and the producer and the sound engineer and all that were, I mean, I was trying to be as conscious of that the whole time. Like I don't want this to sound like it's a bop by Hanson or something, like
Yeah.
I needed to have some substance, but also like people need to listen to it. The whole point of it is to drive awareness, to be honest. Like
Yeah.
I mean, there's no other reason to put it out there. But yeah, I love the way it came together. I think it kind of embodies the act of the driving. Like it kind of makes me want to drive, and like that's kind of the whole point of the controversy. Like why did he follow one for 9 miles if he truly thought his life was in danger?
Yeah.
Is kind of like the premise to why sparked anything in me at all.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, that kind of stuff happens all the time. But it's just like I said, it was just super egregious. And the more I thought about it, and like, I don't personally know any of those cops, but I definitely know like people in their family, and like 2 degrees of separation, like very close, grew up there, always felt super safe. And this just kind of like shed a light on, maybe I was naive growing up, and this has been happening all the time. But yeah, I don't know. It was a weird swirl of emotions for sure. And I couldn't imagine if it was someone that I knew and cared about. So I was like, I got to do something with my hands, basically. So
Yeah.
that's how it came about. But yeah, totally agree on the sound, and like, I wanted it to embody what had happened, but also it's a song at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm super happy with the way it came out. I think all of the elements kind of fit together correctly to kind of get the message across.
Yeah, dude, definitely. I thought it was spot on, like just right down the middle of, you're not too angry. There's still empathy, and
Right.
you can still tell that, it did something to you, and
Yeah.
that definitely comes across. I thought it was great songwriting.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
and it's cool. Hopefully, it gets people to Google it and find out, because like, had he not had his if he wasn't recording his phone calls,
Yeah.
no one would ever have known.
Yeah, I know.
It's crazy. It's like,
it's
oh, don't worry, I have a guy. Like
yeah,
how?
it's the weirdest, like, circumstantial debacle that's ever, I don't know if that's ever happened, but it just, every day these stand your ground things just kind of go away,
Yeah.
because there's not another side to it. But this guy's effectively like playing both sides, because you can hear everything he's saying at all times. Bizarre.
Yeah.
And they're still learning new stuff every day. The Wall Street Journal just released tonight their first episode of like a 4-part series on it.
Oh, really?
Their podcast, The Journal. It's like a sub podcast within that, whatever that's called. But yeah, it'll be a 4-part series. So
nice. Well,
yeah,
I hope it brings it out to life. And anybody listening to this, once it's Scott Spivey, right? I said that right?
yeah, yep.
Yeah. But yeah, that definitely shows how great your songwriting is, and you have a lot of great songs.
Thank you.
What is like your most like deep song you think that you have?
Deep. So my entire EP is more or less, which I kind of put it out in singles, but with the thought that it's a overall work, which not a lot of people do these days. But I also wasn't at the point, at listeners and things like that, to where I could just drop 5 songs and expect anybody to care. So I kind of phased them out. But the last one, kind of completing that 5-song EP, came out on August 29th. What was I saying? Oh, so they're all pretty deep and introspective as far as I'm concerned. Which my thought there was just like, this is my first more or less solo project, and want to sort of introduce myself to the world as an artist and a writer and things like that. I wrote them all by myself, and they are all more or less autobiographical in some way. But yeah, the most recent one, Before I Knew Better, released on 8/29. That's probably the deepest, at least for me personally. And then from a numbers standpoint, it seems like Hand Me Down, which is the title track off the EP, has resonated so far the most with the most people.
Nice.
I've had like therapists reach out to me and say that they are like playing it to their clients
Really?
in the session. Yeah, which is, I mean, again, just kind of hard to wrap your head around.
You
And
wrote a song so good it's being used in the medical field.
I suppose, yeah. I could be prescribed.
Take yourself a dose of Alex Rogers.
Yeah, yeah.
There you go.
Eat a meal before.
That's crazy. Like, wait,
It is
find
crazy.
that out. Like, what do you say? Because you know what I mean. Like, you put songs out just because they're songs, and man, they just take on lives of themselves.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I never thought that would be one of them, one of the things that would happen to a song, but yeah, it just seems to click with people, at least people that, grew up in some sort of less than ideal situation, and then now have kids of their own, basically, which I don't know, seems like is everybody. Maybe not the kids part, but at least, everyone has went through something as a child in regards to, to varying degrees, obviously. But there are just bits and pieces of it, I think, that everybody can kind of grab onto.
Yeah. That's cool. Because like I go on YouTube and see, and as somebody who does this, like, it's funny, like, I like care, you know what I mean? Especially with someone with your talent, and I'll see those numbers, they should be 1,000 times higher.
Yeah.
It gets frustrating because, like, if you listen to your EP, it's good. It's awesome. And like I said, like, hearing your voice, like, wanting to grab an instrument and the jam with it, you know what I mean? And does that get frustrating? Because, like, dude, you put out awesome work, and like, it
I mean,
pisses me off. Like,
no, yeah, I appreciate that. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. I'm pretty eternally optimistic, I guess. Like, in my mind, like, people will get around to it. I also like have to remind myself that I'm at the very beginning of, putting stuff out. Like, I was in a band. I lived in Atlanta for 5 years, and I was in a band, like, basically just a front man, and we put some stuff out, and, like, I've played shows as a band a whole bunch. I'm playing more and more as, time goes on, but, like, as a solo artist, I'm, like, I don't know, 3-4 years in, basically, if you count, like, every step of it. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. There's, like, way more to come. I've been in the studio all summer, it feels like. So yeah, I don't know. I just gotta, like, I kind of just gotta catch up and, be consistent with releases and things like that. Because I do realize every time I release something, all the numbers go up, and, I'm driving traction. Yeah, I'm also just not. Yeah, I'm not, like, all over social media like I should be. I'm, like, getting better by the day, it seems like, but yeah, there are different things that nowadays it's just so bizarre what you have to do to drive people to your music. So yeah, it doesn't frustrate me necessarily, but I'm like, yeah, that could be better for sure.
That's a great attitude to have about it. And it's also nice, man, like, what's going on with just the one thing I liked about the whole scene and the whole thing with country and everything was, everybody, like, loved each other, and now you get on there and you're just like, come on, guys, like,
yeah,
like, I get it.
Yeah,
It's like chasing headlines and stuff like that, and man, it's just like, just make your own music,
Yeah,
like,
what sucks is that it works.
I know, yeah. I mean, like,
it's like it could be completely fabricated and still work for everyone involved, so
yeah, they're sending, like, pretext to each other. All right, we're gonna do this now, make sure that we got all the angles, and you never know.
I know, it's just insane. I mean, it's been happening forever, but
Yeah.
I don't. It's just they really beat a dead horse these days with
Yeah.
everything. So
I I I like the friends that
yeah,
have
yeah,
like it's the fake beef and they're like
yeah, yeah,
that cracks me up. It's just it puts some humor on it and just it's fun. It just makes you laugh, especially when it, these people are friends and
Y-
they're just
yeah.
trying to
It's
drive
just
attention to their music and because like you
yeah,
said, it's so different now. It used to be just stapling flyers to a telephone pole, and now it's just like, hey, it's me, and here's me doing wacky stuff, and you know
yeah.
what I mean? Like,
Here's me doing a bunch of stuff that has nothing to do with music, but
yeah,
hopefully it'll find you. You know?
yeah. Some of the stuff I do like prior to like doing podcasts and stuff. I'll check out. I'll check out people's TikToks and whatnot. And I always talk like Brie Bagwell. She has the funny videos of like how to deal with like crazed fans. Like, leave me alone, stop, and the aerobics. And
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah,
oh, she's funny. I'm gonna have a great talk with her. And
yeah, totally.
yeah, and it's cool for that. And then like
Yeah, yeah,
it was funny. I was talking to Lee Shively, man, and he was like, "Man, I missed the mystery. I missed the secrecy of like what's Jimmy Page doing at his house." And it's like now you know.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like,
totally. It is. There's nothing. There's no like lure or like mythical elements to anybody anymore.
yeah,
Like you don't have to guess.
yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I mean,
It's good and bad.
yeah, exactly.
It's
It,
definitely
it
good and bad.
it'd be like on TikTok live and like Jimi Hendrix is changing his strings, just talking to you. You're like,
Yeah, like
like
yeah,
some just how weird would that be if like people that I held or people that you held to like a very top tier of
yeah,
just you idolize these people. That's like, man, I've seen some interviews, and granted it was probably substances, but with like Eddie Van Halen, I was just like, no. And when you find out Roger Waters and David Gilmour, they all like regret making music, and they're all like,
Y-
I was like, no, I don't want to know this. I want
y-
to put on my albums and be happy. I don't want to. I want
yeah.
to know. As a musician, I want to know.
Ignorance
Like,
is bliss sometimes.
yeah, dude, 100%. It's I
Yeah,
I, I want to know your gear rig down. Like, give me a rundown on your gear. That's and then after that, unless it's positive or
yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean.
yeah.
Like I don't want to know. Like,
Yeah, censor yourself for me. Yeah.
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 But that was the one thing I loved about like it's weird. Do you like what like it's an interesting concept like when you like what pack you roll with like who do you have like a group because like I'll say like Texas country and that envelops like everybody that I I like that's doing like great music and stuff like that.
Yeah. Um, I I don't
It's
know.
a, it's a weird question because you kind of like
I
you there's a lot of lines and you're going
yeah,
in between them all and
yeah, totally. And I appreciate you saying that because I'm like, people ask me my genre all the time, and I'm just like, you name it.
dude, yeah,
Throw some adjectives out there, you know. But yeah, I don't know. In terms of like, I don't know. I spend a good amount of time in Nashville. Like,
hmm
I've started to like start co-writing a lot more just to like get my feet wet. Because like I said, I've like kind of always written alone up until the last like 2 years or so. Um, so yeah, I definitely have like I feel like I'm developing a pack of like writers that I am trying to like keep consistent. But in terms of like other artists is that what you mean? Kind of like where I would kind of slide myself in or
yeah, it's it's weird. I don't know. Sometimes I think like when I say I'll go not Nashville, but there's a lot of super talented people in Nashville.
Yeah,
It, I guess I don't know. It's like I don't really like. I was talking to Shelby Stone, and she was just say like Texas. When I say Texas, when I say country or Texas country, it's just different than like the radio. You know what I
yeah. Oh,
mean? Like
totally. Yeah,
you're not gonna get substance and great songs with great lyrical content like what you're doing on the radio. You're gonna get dog truck,
sure.
the
Yeah, no,
algorithm.
I definitely like from that standpoint. Like, I definitely
Yeah.
I don't assimilate to Nashville quite like that. But I mean, that's just where I record and
Hmm.
like, I've met a lot of great people that don't fit in that box either, which is
Yeah.
kind of the cool part. I haven't spent, so I'm coming out to the Stocktober thing, obviously. That'll
Hmm.
be the first time I've like spent a lot of or a extended amount of time in Texas for music purposes.
Nice.
So I'm very excited to see. But to your point, it does seem like that maybe that might click in a different way
Oh, dude, they're
for
gonna love
me.
you. They're
Just in like terms of, like you said, writing style and just not being necessarily like canned commercial chasing airplay.
Yeah. Oh, dude, this
So
October, that's going to be great. The amount of people that are going to be there, and it was really cool. We've done it 2 years now, and man, the amount of like relationships and people being like, "Hey, man, let's meet up, let's do this," and everybody getting to meet each other. It's a really cool time, and it's really cool that people get to you know hang out with you and
yeah, totally.
artists that they've listened to, and it's wild, like when you're hanging out, and it really funny moment is John Cott. He found out that Bill Corbin was there, and Bill Corbin was the bass player for American Aquarium for years, and he was like, "What?
Right.
I love American Aquarium," and we got to introduce him. It was really cool.
Just freaked out
Yeah,
a little bit.
and
Yeah.
yeah, and then they had guys that did album art and did work for Red Clay Strays, and man, it was a really cool, like, it was like a business meeting, but you got to drink and hang out and have fun.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude, I'm so excited for it because man, this year there's a ton of names, and it's at a bigger place where they can accommodate more people, and to have a singer songwriter swap. That's kind of what happened last year after the I guess he I don't know if he blew his voice out, but his voice was hurting, and I was like, dude, it's the best place for it to happen because there's like 30 artists here, and people
Yeah,
just got up, and I'm excited for that. Just
yeah, it
see
can be awesome.
like who gets up, and
Yeah, totally.
yeah, but yeah, Talbot asked me to MC it, so I was like, I guess I gotta like write some bits up and do
Yeah.
something.
Gotta dust off your ventriloquist doll or something.
He's totally moving his lips. This guy sucks.
Boo.
Yeah, boo this man. Yeah, that'd be my luck. I lose the crowd.
Everyone's filing out.
Yeah. That'd be my life right there. I'd be like, what are you doing? No. They could walk me out, crowd surfing me to the dumpster.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Oh,
That won't happen.
no. I'm way too wiry. I'll follow the floor and crawl out
Yeah.
in shame. But yeah, that's cool. That'll be your longest time in Texas. Are you doing anything else down there, or just coming down?
I'm writing a bunch with the guys that are going to be, at the event and also
Nice.
live there. So, yeah, Tabo's got me set up with a bunch of stuff. So I'm looking forward to it.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Is there
Might leave there with like 10 more songs. So we'll
yeah.
see.
Is there any names?
Um, I mean, everybody. I don't know if he wants. Like Jared Morris is on the list to write with. I'd have to pull it up. It's very
Lengthy.
organized.
Yeah.
It's
Oh yeah.
lengthy and organized, like by time and day. So I can't. Um,
Oh, he's got a whole itinerary.
oh yeah,
He's very
very
his
on it. I'm pumped.
yeah. Yeah.
I'm the
It-
opposite of that normally. So
yeah. Dude, I like run and I'm like headphones on like
yeah,
5 minutes. I'm like, like
yeah,
stop sweating.
yeah. I usually wing it pretty hard, but
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
glad.
Same way. That's how artists are.
Yeah, you gotta have both. You know.
Yeah. The spontaneous artists just, man, that's why I like when people are like, why do I need a manager? I'm like, because you're never on time. You're
Yeah.
never where you're supposed to be. You know,
Yeah.
just point the talent in the direction it needs to go. Because I always tell people, I was like, don't ever skip on a manager's great, because like you don't have to be the bad guy. You can just be like, you know what? Tell the rhythm guitar player he sucks and he's out of here because you don't like him. You know, even though it's you.
yeah.
You can have like be like, man, you know, Alex is cool, but man, this manager's mean. You know?
yeah.
It's great
The
to have
fall
that
guy.
buffer.
Yeah.
You know, when you have that rider, you know, you can just be like, I said I wanted this. Now go tell them. You know?
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, exactly. Best of both worlds.
yeah. That's when I played one show that the contract had a rider, and I will never forget that moment when I was just like, this stuff's all here for me. You know, like,
yeah,
I've normally it's like they're gonna pay you in chicken tenders, you know, like
right.
now, like you have to fulfill a contract. Because I just remember the guy's manager was like, hey, what do you want? I'm like, this. Like, I'd never experienced, like, the first time I played a big venue, a kid came up, not a kid, you know, just somebody who worked there. It was like, anything else can I get you in the green room? And I was like, yeah, I'll take a 30-pack and some chicken tenders. And he came back with a wheelbarrow full of ice and what I asked for. And I'm like,
insane.
I was like, what? This is, he goes,
The
yeah,
the wheelbarrow makes it so much cooler.
yeah, on ice. I'm just like, I didn't think that was a thing. We're at a.
I've never thought about that until right now, but that's a good way to get beer around.
Yeah. Follow me, sir.
yeah.
I'm gonna hear. I didn't know what to do. I was speechless, and he was like, "No, I'm for whatever you guys need. If we can provide you with it, we're here for you." And I'm just like, "Do you need a house band?" You know?
Yeah.
What?
Can I live here?
Yeah. I thought you were sure, and just be like, "Yeah, I'll get it for you. I'll be right back." That's what he said, and I expected to never see him again. You know?
Yeah, I love
not
that.
even see him face the stage, just back and with his hands over his ears. But it's wild, dude. That'd be great.
I've been asked several times, and I always freak out and like don't know what to say. So I'll just be like, I'm good.
What?
I probably missed some good opportunities.
What? If you could have a rider, what's on Alex Rogers' rider? What would be something that you would like in your green room?
I'm a pretty simple guy. Like, I'd like to have some Miller Lite. Preferably now in a wheelbarrow. Yeah, I might have a new stipulation after this conversation. Wheelbarrow Millers. Chicken tenders sound great. Something greasy for the vocal cords.
Oh, that's interesting. They're medicinal.
Yeah, prescribed. Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of like move around before shows anyway, so I'm not.
Yeah.
It's not like I would be sitting back there and with a bucket of chicken or whatever. But as soon as the show ended, I would grab that bucket.
Yeah. It's funny if somebody would order wings, I'd be eating them with a fork and knife because I am so weird about my fingers when I play guitar. And like
Oh,
like playing guitar, like when people don't know you're a guitar player and you go in the bathroom, you go to the bathroom, you don't wash your hands.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like people are like, ew. I'm like, I can't get these wet. I need these
Yeah.
dry. Like
You got to recalibrate if you get them wet.
oh dude, I would be sitting up against like a wall, like a brick wall, trying to
Yeah, yeah.
dry like people people don't get, and I am so against that. Like I wash my hands with everything, but people don't understand. Like I'll tear my fingertips open if I wash my hands and go play guitar for another couple hours, and because my hands sweat. I have the gene, unfortunately, where my hands sweat, and it is terrible. But man, I I need them like dry.
My hands sweat pretty crazy as well.
Yeah, dude,
Um,
there's this stuff. It's like it's a roll on that dries your hands out. It's
like powder or like
it's made
deodorant
for
kind of.
it's like a roller type thing. I don't know if it's like I don't know what it is, but it's made for musicians to keep your
Oh,
hands dry, and it's pretty solid. Because if not, I take Gorilla Glue and I do my fingertips in glue. That way, like
oh, smart.
it's weird because you know you can't really feel anything, but you can feel like it's like a casing on your fingers, but you can
Yeah,
play and play and play and
I like that.
yeah,
I'm
man.
not I'm not up there like shredding though, so it doesn't impact me quite as much. But
Yeah, but dude, like man,
if I'm
acoustic
outside
strings.
though,
Oh yeah,
if you're outside in the summer though,
that's the
my
worst.
my hand will just completely slip off the guitar, which is I don't
Yeah,
know, comes with the territory, I suppose.
yeah, it blew my mind. I was very upset when that's a gene. Some people their hands don't sweat. I'm like,
At
oh,
all.
that's someone's like it's a recessive gene. Some people, they're not affected with their hands. I'm like, I guess I don't know. I understand that like you're like when your hand gets all pruny, it's for extra grip, but that just no, it just
Wow.
makes me frail.
Makes me scared.
Yeah, but man, when you're playing acoustic, those strings they got them ridges. They
Yeah, no
they will
doubt.
take your fingertips off,
Yeah, yeah.
especially if you're doing like the yeah
Yeah, yeah.
they're rough.
You can't be on a moisturizer routine
Yeah. Oh no.
and try to play that.
Yeah. That's what I was wondering what they're gonna have at Stocktober. I was like, wonder if they're gonna have some electrics because Talbot was like, hey, you can get up there. I'm like, you put me on acoustic, I'm like campfire good. But
Yeah. Well, surely they'll have I feel like they'll have everything.
yeah,
Just
I
in my mind. I don't know.
yeah. Oh my.
I haven't been, but seems like a few of those guys just carry a bunch of stuff with them at all
Yeah,
times.
I'm probably
Yeah.
gonna fly with my Kemper. That way, we can have every amp known to man.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
and that's wild to be able to travel with a rig the size of a pedal anymore. It's and I know a lot of people they're going to that digital dark side they call it.
Hmm.
What's your rig look like?
Oh, I'm simple acoustic. I got a LR Bags Venue DI,
Okay, yeah, I got one of them.
and then I have a 1961 Epiphone Caballero,
Ooh,
and it doesn't have a. It's got like one of those. I forget what it's called. Just a K&L pickup, like the most basic pickup there is. So it doesn't have a volume knob. So occasionally I'll be up there with a volume pedal,
so
which is
it's a
which
straight 100% guitar.
yes, total analog.
There's no knobs on it.
No knob.
That is wild.
It's really funny when I show up to like, especially like a writer's round or something, and I pull out a volume pedal. People are like, "Is this guy about to wah wah out or what?" But nah, I just gotta crank up the volume. That's it.
I've never seen it, dude, because all my guitars, like my gigging guitars, I turn the knobs all the way up and I just tape them down. I don't want to mess around with anything. It's
Yeah,
too much. Those guys like that are like Eric Johnson, who's like obsessed with every little nuisance of his sound. I couldn't do it.
Just sound. He does like soundscapes. Yeah.
Yeah, and like doing the tone, and I get it. Like if you drive your tone down, you don't need a wah pedal that has that nasally sound. But I no, it's too much. Like
Yeah.
you said, like volume. You know, you get the Ernie ball. You're
That's
good,
it.
dude.
Yeah.
I
No
I'd be
power. Just just there.
I don't think I've ever seen a guitar that's just like, where's all this stuff? It just
Yeah.
plug
It's
it in
a
100%. I love it.
yeah, it's awesome. I mean, you know, you have to carry a little extra stuff around with you, but I
Yeah.
love it. I have
Pl-
others that, you know, are of this era
yeah.
in case I'm in like a hurry or something, but
I bet sound guys hate that guitar though.
no,
Don't-
they always just kind of laugh, like kind of like you just did. They're like, "What the hell? There's no knob." I'm like, "No."
yeah.
That's why I'm
Hey, can you
that's
turn
why I
that
have a
down?
pedal board.
Can you turn that down? No, it's always on.
I yeah, it can't help you. You got to mute me back there.
That's awesome. Now, like,
Yeah, but the DI helps with that too. It's got a mute, you know, button. So
yeah,
it's
yeah,
just weird. It's all on the floor instead of in the sound hole.
yeah. That's awesome. I don't think I've ever played anything old. I've I've always wanted to like pick up and just see what all the fuss is about like those old like 60s strats and
Yeah,
late 50 Les Pauls and everything. I don't know.
yeah,
Like I just
yeah. I don't play electric a whole lot, but yeah,
no.
there's something about an old acoustic that's just like this one, for instance, is all mahogany, and I don't know. It sounds great unplugged, which is the reason I bought it, and then I don't know. I just couldn't stop playing it, so I was like, I guess I'll carry a tool belt around with this old girl, and we'll plug it in. Make me look like I'm about to do more than I actually am, but still fun.
Yeah. Dude, what's crazy is I, I'm not a big acoustic player, but I know an expensive acoustic guitar when I see them, like the J45s and everything. It's wild to me to have a guitar of like that value, that price tag, and then you put a plastic cover on the sound hole. It just seems so wild to me because it's just, when you hear it,
Yeah,
when you sit and you if you can hear it, and then when you plug it in, and then when you just it just makes it go like sterile. It's a shame, but like it's obviously like if you didn't do that, it would just be like in
right.
certain situations. But man, that would just like crush me every time you have like a guitar you paid a lot of money for, and you're just like, all right, we're just gonna put you to sleep a little bit.
Yeah, totally. We're just gonna damper all that age I paid for,
Yeah,
and the richness of the wood. But yeah, I don't know. I've never been super into like tones and all of that, but I have in the back of my mind always wanted just an old guitar to just kind of realistically, I was like, I just want it to not plug in. But then I started playing that one so much that I could not take it to gigs, basically. So that's where I landed. But
yeah,
again, if there's like a quick gig, I have others, newer ones that I just plug in and all the knobs are with it.
yeah. Now,
Saves me some hassle and some chords.
yeah. Now, if money was an object, do you have like a dream guitar that you could think of?
I really don't, to be honest. Um, I mean, if we're going electric, I would always play a Strat for sure. But I guess if money wasn't an object, I would go like, you know, late '50s, early '60s Strat, just because I don't know. Everyone who plays them seems to be really into them.
Yeah,
But no, I've never really had like a dream guitar per se. I do love to just go and play as much as I can. Like I was in Carter Vintage in Nashville the other day. I don't know if you've ever been there, but just like insane. truly insane guitars. Like some are $200,000 or whatever.
Oh, wow.
And they aren't like the price tags aren't like super easy to read. So you'll pull one down and you'll just be strumming, and you're like, Jesus, this is $50,000 or whatever.
Wow. Yeah,
Like
that's
I had that happen a couple times. Not 50, but I pulled down like an $11,000 guitar, and I was like, in the back of my mind, I was like, I could get this right now. Before I looked at it, I was like, no, I can't. What the hell's wrong with me? Yeah, they need to have like they need to have it like shelved like a bar, like top shelf,
yeah.
middle of the road, and my shit on the bottom, So I
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
so I know beforehand. But anyway, that's how I would pick a dream guitar. Probably, is I would have to play it no matter what it is, and like that would be it.
And then
But
find
no,
a
I don't have
connection
my
with it.
yeah, I don't have my sights set on anything per se.
Nice. That's still a great answer.
Yeah.
It's funny is at the Guitar Center around here, it's to get whatever row, you have to like hand your license over to the guy.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, but the first time I went to Nashville, we were going to we were renting equipment, and like you said, I was pulling down guitars and like playing it, and then the guy hands me, he goes, "Nah, man, you want to play one of these?" And I'm playing it. I'm looking at it. I'm like, "Oh, just take this away from me." I'm like, what are you doing? And he goes, "Nah, that's fine, man. It's fine, man. The thing's a boat oar." I'm like, yeah, no, I don't have enough assets to cover this, and like,
Yeah, totally. It's insane. Yeah, they
yeah,
don't warn you whatsoever there
yeah,
about what it costs or even what it is, and you're like, whoa.
that was like my favorite thing about Nashville is the music stores there are just so catering to musicians, and it's not like a commercial experience. That's what I thought
Totally.
was cool. They really want you to get the tools you need to succeed there, and it blew my mind. Like, never around here or anywhere around here is anybody ever going to hand me guitars like that and encourage me to play. I mean, when you look at me and you see like I'm wearing a shirt from Kohl's, you absolutely know like I can't afford it, but like, here, play it. And it was a really cool. It was just really cool because we were like there renting like Blues Juniors.
Yeah.
We weren't looking for Dumbles or Matchless or anything. It's just like, hey,
Yeah.
we're starving musicians, and they're like, and even with the acoustics, that was the first time I played one of those carbon fiber guitars, which that thing surprised the hell out of me of how easy it was to play. And just,
Is that like who makes that?
man, I can't remember. It was like right when that first started being a thing.
I know yeah, I think I know what you're talking. It's like it's an odd shape too.
Yeah.
Or it just looks normal. Okay.
It wasn't like it wasn't like a shallow bowl, like an Ovation. It kind of looked like a Dreadnought, like a regular size guitar, but like just like carbon fiber. The guy's like, you can play all night, and when the sun goes down and the temperature drops 30, it's going to stay in tune. Throw it in the back of your trunk. It can be 200 degrees in there. Nothing's ever going to affect it. But I didn't expect it to sound as good as it did. But I'm a big fan of like bright guitars.
Sure.
Like between like Taylor, Martin, I'd go towards like Taylor. I like that chiminess, and I do like Martin's. My buddy had a 12 string that I love that thing, and he pawned it for like $300. That guitar was probably so much more than that. I'm just like,
yeah, you're like, I would have bought it.
Yeah, I would I would have gave you the money that they gave you, and I would have sold it back to you for the same price. I'm like, what are you doing? Because like that's if I do play acoustic, I'm definitely going 12 string because it just sounds so much bigger. And
I've never recently when I was in Nashville, like I basically did a music store day. I was just like going around checking them all out, but that's the first time I've ever like spent time on a 12 string. It's amazing.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Like, they're not that expensive, and I'm surprised I never see anybody playing them. And I get it. Like, to restring that thing sucks. And I actually, I ruined it. I took all the strings off, And those necks are designed for hundreds and hundreds of pounds. And when I took the strings off, the bridge warped. So the piezo,
Yeah.
the G string isn't the same level. And I got to take the thing off, re-glue it. And guess what? I don't play my 12 string.
Yeah, totally.
It's weird how the 12 string never really caught on because it's like it's a piano. It's so thick.
Yeah.
It's hard as hell to
I
play.
couldn't do it. Yeah, I couldn't do it justice for sure. Like, I feel like you got to have enormous hands, but yeah, you got to have extra Gorilla Glue too, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the first time I restrung it,
It's like a cheese grater.
Yeah. I was like, oh, what is going on? You have to tune it past the point of where you think the string's going to break and smack you in the face. It's so weird how you tune them in the different octaves. The tension that's the one thing. Like people are like, what about guitar could be scary? It's the tension. Like when you're,
oh yeah,
those tuning. I've had tuning pegs or not the bridge pins just take off, and the string comes up, and it's like that's what made me stop doing the fiddle. I was trying to play the fiddle, and the string broke and smacked me in the mouth. I was like, "Yep, we're done."
Oh, I've never even thought about the fiddle. Jesus, that's like a guaranteed headshot.
Yeah. I was so confident I would be able to play something when I first picked one up, and I was like so humbled. I felt like a little kid, like fell off his bike. I was like, man, I really, it's tuned to open, and nope.
I can't imagine. I know like zero theory whatsoever. Like
really?
My dad played and just kind of was like the worst teacher of all time, and he would just be like, do this. So I picked up bits and pieces, and since I've just kind of been teaching myself. So yeah, it's really funny when I get thrown in with like a new band or something, and they're asking me something about the song that I wrote, and I'm like, I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, I do not know, but I can play it for you if you want.
Yeah. Dude, exactly.
It's tough. I need to learn. I need to like sit down and figure out at least the basics one day, but I don't know. I've been going too fast.
Yeah, especially dude in Nashville when they expect everyone to know the Nashville numbering system, and they're like, "Oh, you're going the 1, 3, and 5." And I'm like, dude, just play it.
Oh, they like write down charts in the studio, and they do it so fast, like as they're listening to the song for the first time. And I was like, dude, make sure I get a copy of that. I can't read it, but I need to have it to give to other people.
Yeah.
I made copies and put them in a Dropbox. So now I'm like, if I'm ever playing with someone, I'm just like, I shoot them that and hope they know how to read numbers.
Hope they don't ask any questions. I'd be the same way. If you handed me that, like, oh, all right, you're gonna play with us, and I'd be like, ah, shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know this band was Egyptian, and we play in hieroglyphics because this means nothing.
That's what it feels like to me. It's really funny because they'll hand me one in the vocal booth, and I'm like,
what's this?
I don't need this.
I'm not Roman. These Roman numerals.
I don't need this. I'm just gonna feel it out. So,
dude, same way. And if I'm playing with somebody, hopefully I've heard the song before, and I'll just give me the key. Or I'll just stare at your fingers, and if you want me to play lead, I'll just add 12.
Yeah, there are ways around it, but
yeah,
I sort of envy those guys that can just be like, they say like 1, 3, 5.
Yeah.
End on the 1 or whatever, and they just got it.
This is Ionian. This is Mixolydian. Let's try it in Dorian. Or the guys that'll go, man, this song doesn't have a good feel. Let's play it major. I'm like, what's that? How do we do that?
I'm like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. yeah. You go first. I'll follow.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, it is. It is crazy. Like I finally sat down and was like, look, I gotta learn at least like the basics, and it does help. I remember showing one of my friends when he was like, man, it was like, it'd be nice to know with all these all these guys on the radio are doing. I was like, I'll show you exactly what they're doing. And I showed him the circle of fists. And I showed him how that's numbered. And I said,
Yeah.
dude, that's how you play in a key. You pick that. And then that's the, I understand that, but those people memorize that stuff. I don't have it memorized, but like anybody that's like starting out on like acoustic that want to do like original music, it's kind of like a really easy cheat sheet to show them how like you can just start off on a bass. It is nice. It is nice to have that and know it, but I'll never be able to memorize it.
Yeah, totally. Half the time I write the lyrics and the melody first, and then I like somehow reverse engineer the progression or guitar part, which is super counterintuitive, but
my first, when I went to Nashville and went to the right, the guy didn't really play the guitar. He used it more like a metronome, and he would hum the melody of what he wanted the song to sound like to match the words. It was really cool to see of how like fast the song got written, because you always wonder, as a guitar player, you sit there and you try to let everybody play riffs and cool chord progressions, but this is just a guitar, like this is a guitar, and I was like, wow, this is an interesting way to write. How's your process? You're just words first and then just go on the guitar?
It depends. Yeah, I guess 9 times out of 10, I like lyrics come to me first normally, and then I kind of work the melody around that. It's more rare that I come up with like a riff or something and write around that. But I mean, I've done it all sorts of ways, so I haven't really boiled it down to a process per se. But yeah, I don't know. It just depends on the song, and obviously depends on if I'm writing by myself or like with someone else. But yeah, I'm kind of like lyrics phrase first, and then 90% of the time, and then kind of ride around that, whether it be the music or the melody.
Yeah.
But more often than not, the melody comes with the lyrics in my case. So yeah, I don't know. It's different every time, but it's always a journey for sure.
Yeah.
Some shorter than others, but
yeah, right. do you have anything you're working on now, or that's next you're going to cut or in the process?
Yeah, so I just went into the studio in June, and we did 8 songs total. Just kind of knocked them out over the course of 2 days. So I'll be, pretty consistently releasing those over the next year, I'd say, maybe sooner than that. But yeah, less of like the EP, body of work, just more like kind of a single approach to it, just to kind of get stuff out there. Yeah. But yeah, no, definitely more and more coming, and I've written way more than I typically would have in that span of time, as of late, just because, I've been back and forth to Nashville a bunch, and we've been kind of trying to nail down some co-writes. So there's a lot going on. Just have to work out the timing in terms of like recording it or not recording it, that sort of thing. But and then yeah, I'm just trying to like ramp up shows as well. I'm getting back into the Carolinas. Got a couple dates in Charleston, doing a festival in Greenville, South Carolina. And then yeah, just trying to like round out the year before, the holidays and things like that come, and everything kind of goes away. Not away, but everything kind of dies down in a strange way, and then it picks back up again. So
yeah. Well, we've been talking for an hour. Did we not cover anything? Do you think of
anything? No, I think I'm good. Yeah, no, I appreciate it. And, definitely appreciate you diving into Highway 9 because, like I said, the whole point of that one was to kind of get the word out there. So I appreciate you listening to it thoroughly.
Yeah. Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
I definitely Googled it, and then I was like, wow, because like you said, stuff like that happens, and the next news cycle, it's gone.
sure.
It's
Yeah, it's
scary.
bizarre.
Like
Yeah. Oh, it's crazy.
crazy. I hope people go and get pissed off that happened, and it's just the
Yeah.
outcome. It just blows my mind. Like like you said, 9 miles. Like that's not.
Yeah. There
That's not
was so many
standing your ground.
opportunity. There was so many opportunities to just like
Yeah,
it not to
stop.
have happened. Yeah. It's
That's part of being an adult, where you just go, whatever.
yeah,
I'm
100%.
I'm
It's
going home to my family. That's all that matters.
yeah, and it's just like I don't know. It gets more complex by the day. Not that case, but just
Yeah,
that in general, and the desensitization to effectively everything. So
it's dude.
I
It,
don't know. I think
y-
it really took. I'm guilty of that too, but it honestly took it happening in my hometown and me, like I said, like recognizing names involved in the corruption aspect of it,
yeah,
and me just being like, what in God's name? Like that could have been me so easily if it were, 10 years ago or whatever, when I
yeah,
was running around there myself.
yeah,
Like, I don't know. So I don't know. It shouldn't take something happening that close to home for it to like snap you back into reality. But I don't know. This one did for me for sure.
yeah, dude, definitely. And you know what they always say in small towns? Stuff like that don't happen around here. Uh,
Totally.
it does.
Yeah. It just makes you think, man. It really does. Because like
Yeah,
I said, I just never would have dreamed it. Grew up there my whole life and was just like, oh, we're safe here.
yeah.
But I
You,
don't
you-
know.
you're in
It's
the
eye
bubble.
opening.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
totally.
yeah. Fortunately for me, I was involved in something. Where I was just wrong place, wrong time, and man, the- I was telling my buddy, it was like write a song like there's no hate like small town hate. You just because
Well, you
you hear all
can't.
the positives, but man, some like did you hear he dumped that beautiful cheerleader? Now the rumors start, and it's just how
Right.
like you just
You
get
just
you cross the people unwillingly or just unknowingly. You do something, and it's just man, it's weird how
and
that
you can't
manifests.
you can't get away from it.
Yeah,
Yeah, you cannot get away from it
yeah,
unless you leave,
yeah,
I guess. But
yeah. It's it's such a weird thing of how yeah. I don't know. Just that bubble can burst, and it happens. But yeah, and I hope people do. They listen to Highway 9, and then they do a deep dive in that Scott Spivey, because that's
yeah, totally.
and your song is like a very a soundtrack. It's a storyboard of exactly what had happened.
Yeah, I mean, at least from the way I see it, and it seems like a lot of people see it that way as well. But um, yeah, I don't know. I'm glad it's out there though for sure. Like I don't know if it can make some sort of difference. It's kind of like the whole reason I even wrote it in the first place. So
Yeah,
I'm just happy it's out there, and yeah, appreciate you shedding some light on it for sure.
yeah, dude, definitely. It's like you say, it is great. It's raising awareness and whatnot, and man, and then therapists are using your music. So
Yeah, that's also very very crazy, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'll have to write some more so they can keep coming back. Keep their
yeah,
sessions
yeah.
jam
Well,
packed with.
you got to write some really sad ones so they keep going to the therapist.
I lean the sad way. Like
Yeah,
as of late, I've been trying to like get some up tempo party music, but I don't know. My brain's wired weird.
yeah. Here, I wrote this. It's my song about being happy. And why is everyone crying?
Yeah.
Why did you hurt
That's
me,
what I tell
Alex?
people. That's what I tell people. That's my goal, to like have people bobbing their head and crying at the same time. That's how I know I did
Yeah,
it right.
that and that's such a weird thing, because like I come from just listening to the music and the guitars, and I'm a lyrics last kind of guy. And I've had instances where now I know, like, talking to Cody Jinks about the song David, and he was spot on. Half the place is crying, half the place is just listening to the music, and it's like a fun, happy feel kind of rhythm.
Yeah,
And
totally.
when people go, yeah, when Tanner Usry plays Josephine, they're excited. That blows my mind. Like, because that was one, like, the first song that, like, man, that kicked me in the chest, and I was like, I never like felt that for a song. And it's crazy how
That is a crazy thing, especially from like the artist standpoint, because like you have people come up to you at times and be like, I love that song, like me and my wife were dancing to that last night or whatever, and you're like, this dude has not heard a single lyric in that song,
yeah
he wouldn't be dancing, or maybe he
yeah
would. I don't know.
maybe
I
maybe
also, I mean, sad songs kind of get me jacked up occasionally. I don't know. It just
yeah
depends on the person. But it is funny. It's like, okay, they like the song, which I appreciate, but they didn't hear a single word I said,
yeah
which is also fine.
yeah
Totally fine.
that's why I was glad I listened to Highway 9 by myself, because I was
Yeah.
like, you hear the music's great, your voice is great, and then, like, just like the second verse, we're like, oh, hold on, I heard a word,
Yeah.
I heard something, and then you're like, oh, like, I did it again.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, like being an artist, you have a sad song, you see people out there like, yeah, it's got to be such a weird, like, especially if it's coming from a tragic moment in your life. And I'm glad artists know that, like, there's people out there like me that, man,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
I'm staring at your fingers. I'm going off like the bass drum and all the guitars, and
No,
it's
totally. That's why it's so cool. Yeah. Yeah. And also, like, if you'll get like a request to play a certain song, and it's like I don't know. It's just not a place where a super sad song should be played at that moment. And you're like,
yeah,
he must not know what that song's about. But
yeah,
anyway, here it is.
yeah,
I don't know. It's just funny.
yeah,
I think that's a lot of the internal dialogue of artists out there, probably,
yeah,
particularly if they have like different feeling songs,
yeah,
across the
yeah.
board. But
Yeah, exactly. Like, if you're at like a low down drifter show, you're gonna know they're all sad. They're all sad bastard songs.
yeah, totally.
you
Or
know?
like Jason Isbell or something, like
Yeah.
you know what you're getting into though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you missed that twist at Elephant, could you imagine, like, being there and being like, yeah, you rock.
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta,
You
yeah.
wake up with shoe prints on your face. Like, what?
Yeah. That's hilarious. He's like definitely he's a different animal though, but
Yeah.
most of his crowd knows what they're getting into. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. You're there because you know.
you're there to listen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're going deep.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it is cool. Like, there's artists that's why you go to listen to the lyrics, and to move, to feel emotions and stuff. And it's really cool that, you're the same kind of artist as well, where you can connect to people and
Totally.
and have that connection, and like, man, if you listen to your music and have that movement emotionally over and over and over again, like, you actually, like, in a weird way, develop like a relationship with the artist, whether, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you've never met the person, but, like, it's definitely a crazy, crazy feeling, because it's like doing the podcast. I feel like we've already met. Like, when we hang out at Stocktober, we'd be like, hey, is this the first time? You know, because
Yeah,
it's not gonna feel like it. It's
yeah, totally. I know it's music is just so yeah. It's whatever you want it to be and
yeah,
more. I don't know. That probably sounds like a sign hanging up in a high school or something, but it's true. It's like yeah, because you can have the saddest songs in the world, but you still want your live show to be enjoyable.
yeah,
So you're just constantly like walking this tightrope of your emotions and their emotions.
yeah,
I don't know. It's like I don't know. It's kind of indescribable, but
yeah, definitely. And it's been really cool for me to be on like the healing side because I was on the you know, like the
yeah,
it's just like,
yeah,
all right, let's crash the car. Let's
yeah,
do this, you know, and then like you hear these stories because like I love reading. And I love like literature and novels. I'm huge on autobiographies and biographies and it's that's that's what your music is. It's a story in a format that I love, music,
yeah, totally.
and with your voice that just man, it's just it's awesome. I love it. I'm so glad that you know I made a TikTok to be kind of like a like just it started off like I was just gonna be like trashing it, and then I found out like this stuff's great. You know what I mean? It's really it's been so
Yeah.
cool. And dude, I hope God, I hope people like hear your voice and just get down with it, man, because it's fantastic. And I love I love seeing when people say like, oh, I found this artist because of, you know, not that I'm doing it, you know what I mean? Like that's like what I want of people
Yeah, no, totally.
to
Well, you are
find
doing it.
to find
Yeah.
you. And I was watching Texas to Tennessee's podcast. They had a bit where they talk about me, and they're like, "Yeah, Colton Moore, dude in Australia knows Colton Moore now because of you know just the TikTok and how like something in your hand." And I think people just need to hear your music to fall in love with it. I think that's all that just needs, and I really hope that happens because man, like that it's on eggshells,
Oh man.
and what is it, hand me down? It's good.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. Yeah. They, like I said, it's me introducing my solo self to the world. So I'm hoping I'm hoping we get some ears on it. That's always the goal
dude,
for sure.
definitely, definitely. Because now you're exposed. You're not. It's your name now.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Government name. So no hiding.
get the government name. It's official.
Yeah.
That's funny. But yeah, man, is there anything else you want to talk about?
No, I think I'm all set. I appreciate you having me on. This was awesome.
Dude,
I can't wait
thanks.
can't wait to meet you in a couple of weeks or a
Yeah,
month, I guess. Yeah.
yeah, it is a month. Yeah, I need to go get that real ID so I can fly. Because yeah,
Yeah.
mine says not for federal ID. I'm like, oh, so
Oh, yikes.
I'll
I
be
might need to do
standing in
that
line.
too.
Huh?
I might need to do that too. I'm glad
Yeah,
you said
dude,
that.
I totally forgot about it until someone brought it up. They're like, hey, did you get the real ID? I'm like, oh, and I looked on my license. It's not for federal identification purposes. And then I went and grabbed my passport just expired. And I was like, thank God, because I would have been male Karen at the airport,
Yeah,
you know,
you'd have been on a
be
Greyhound bus somewhere.
yeah. Yeah. Oh, next stop, Mississippi. Yeah. Oh man, this is gonna be yeah terrible. Cause yeah, I will be there. I
Yeah. Rain
planes,
or
trains,
shine.
automobiles.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I, I I will be
Yeah.
there. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I love it.
I'm excited to see you, man.
Yeah, you too. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, and as always, I appreciate you taking your time and coming and talking
Yeah, man, of course.
about music and everything. Yeah, I like I said, I hope people listen to your music, man. and fall in love with it.
Same here.
Yeah.
Same here.
That's the point.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, man, thanks for hopping on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. We'll talk soon.
Yep.